Hello, my name is Jumbles Gaming, and welcome to Higurashi When They Cry. So, I've been kind of on this Doki Doki binge, per se, because I've already beaten the game. So I tried out Left on Red, and then I'm going to be trying this game out, which supposedly is either similar or inspired or something with Doki Doki, so who knows. Again, I know nothing about it. So, we'll see. Like I said, I'm in the dark. I don't know if this is the first Higurashi. I know there's a show based off it. We'll see. If I don't know what the heck's going on, I probably won't upload it, so we'll see. It's definitely an interesting one. Don't be sad. The world may not forgive you, but I do. Don't be sad. You may not forgive the world, but I forgive you. Tell me, what must I do to earn your forgiveness? Frederica Barncastle. This is a work of fiction. Any resemblance to a person is coincidental. AD 1983. So 1983, early summer of the 50th year of something. If I was going to be ripped apart anyways, well, that's a start. Having my body ripped apart would have been far better. I trusted her. No, I still trust her. Even in this very moment, I trust her. But I'm starting to realize I only wanted to trust her because I refused to accept the truth. It was as if I was trying to convince myself in such a silly, sobbing voice, and those tears making a mess of me. That mechanical, repetitious sound finally... Okay, that needs to slow down or something. Only the cry of Cisadis remained annoyingly loud, and yet I felt as if I could still hear her voice. But that's not possible. She is no longer speaking. The only one crying is me. She never cried. Even when she repeated those words over and over, she never expressed any emotion because they were none to show. If she had no tears to shed for me, then I shouldn't shed any for her. Then why this pain, my eyes getting moist, why was this happening? I still wanted to believe I hadn't been split apart. That's enough, right? Inside me, an inner voice whispered gently. My spirit had suffered enough. And countless times I'd wavered over whether I should just throw the battered thing away, except I've stubbornly refused to do that, haven't I? I'd feel better if I just threw it away. Even knowing that, I choose to believe, didn't I? Only I can understand that painful struggle and appreciate it. Hey, me? I've tried more than enough. I'll acknowledge that much. So, isn't it alright to just take the easy way out? Besides, I'm not throwing it away. I'm leaving it behind, with her, like flowers by a grave. Now then, calm your nerves. Even though you can't feel your right arm, just lift it up. And with every swing, forget a little more. That kindness made me happy. That adorable smile brought me joy. I liked petting your head. What? I loved how demure you were. Because this will be the last time. Because when I swing this down, I'll forget. This is my first and last bouquet for you. Perhaps I really did. Love you. Higurashi When They Cry. Somebody has been apologizing for a while now. I wonder what she's apologizing for. It felt wrong to eavesdrop, so I tried to ignore it. It had been a while since I last went to the city. I only returned to attend the funeral of a relative. Okay, this is holy crap loud. Even though I'd lived there until last month, I found the bustle of the city to be overwhelming. Those skyscrapers and multi-lane roads. The melodious cacophony of the crosswalk. Even the campaign speeches blaring in front of the station felt nostalgic. The place where I live now isn't nearly as lively. There's only the chirping of locusts and the babbling of brooks, and the cry of the Higurashi, the evening cicadas. Rather than making me feel lonely, that quietness had begun to instill a sense of serenity. There is nothing where I'm living now. I don't just mean there aren't any burger joints, there aren't even vending machines. No music stores, no restaurants, and no arcades. Even an ice cream parlor would be unlikely. The nearest town has some stuff like that, but it's like an hour away by bike. But come to think of it, it wasn't really a big deal. There were music stores and arcades and ice cream parlors, but it wasn't like I ever hung out at any of them. I had lived in the city for 10 years and never once been to an ice cream parlor. I should have gone at least once. It's only now that I'm starting to regret that a little. Somebody is still apologizing. Who is she apologizing to? She's apologized so much, so just forgive her already. There's no reason anyone should ever need to apologize so much. I started to feel a bit annoyed at whoever was refusing to forgive her. No matter how bad the mistake, there's nothing that can't be forgiven. Doubt. There's no such thing as an irreparable mistake. Doubt. You just need to be more careful next time. Doubt. She's still apologizing, even now. Then has she really done something that can't be fixed? I have no idea what she's done, but if it can't be fixed, then that's all the more reason to forgive her. No matter how much she apologizes, nothing will change. But even so, she keeps apologizing in such a heartbreaking voice. Hey you, the one she's apologizing to, why don't you just go ahead and forgive her? She's apologizing in such a pathetic voice. Kichi, we're almost there. Wake up. I was finally roused from my nap by my father's prodding. Oh, Kichi, we're almost there. Wake up. It seemed the train had reached its final stop. We'd spent hours riding everything from the bullet train to the local routes. It was hard to believe that the landscape beyond the window in the city I was in half a day ago were in the same country. No, that they were even in the same area, or from the same area. From there, we'd take a car deeper into the mountains. Past where the dense forest encroaching on the mountain road suddenly opened up. There, where I live now. Hinamizawa. I think I pronounced that right. Hinamizawa. Something like that. Higurashi, when they cry. Even though we were approaching summer, the morning air still had a frigid bite. Bruh, I complain in spring that it's too hot, so don't get me started. And I live in Northwest Washington, or not Northwest Washington, Northwest United States, so it's not exactly boiling hot. Although in exchange, you could fill your lungs up with crisp, clean air. Flipping open the window, I was greeted with a verdant expanse. Nothing but trees. Oh, that sounds nice. The neighboring house was far away on the other side, so I was probably the only one enjoying that view and that air. I filled my lungs with another deep breath. Since I started living in Hinamizawa, I learned that even air had its own taste. Ooh, I like the music. I quickly finished getting ready for school and headed downstairs for breakfast. I think I already read that, but I can't remember. My mother was the only one there. My father was nowhere to be seen. He was probably up working until the early morning. Dad had a rather unconventional job as a painter. It's such a laid-back profession. Get up when you want, sleep when you want, and work when you want. I was so jealous of that easygoing lifestyle. I even wrote for the school that I wanted to be a painter when I grew up. Dad was ecstatic about that. That is so far from the truth from me. I am the exact opposite. I struggle to draw a stick figure. Which is funny because my sister's actually pretty good at drawing. Just skipped me apparently. It was just because it looked easy. I'd never tell him that though. Mom laid breakfast out on the table. Seaweed, pickled vegetables, raw egg, and grilled salmon. Oh, that sounds horrible to me. I'm not someone who could eat Japanese cuisine. I'm an Italian. I like pasta and just grain and sauce and not which is funny because fish is also a big thing with Italy, but I'm not a fish person. My mom was such a good cook, it was scary. A perfect, immaculate, ideal breakfast. Nope. Unlike my dad, who didn't even know the meaning of the word schedule, my mom never squandered any time or effort. She hummed a little tune as she brought over the miso soup. It seemed like she was in a good mood today. I'm so happy you've been waking up early since we moved here, Kichi. Is it Kichi? I assume it's Kichi. Or Kichi. I don't know. Kichi. I'm just going to go with Kichi. If I don't wake up early, I won't have time to eat breakfast. I thought I was being cute, responding with a wisecrack after being praised for being good. Full bowl of rice, or will half be enough? Pile it on. First I savored the steaming hot rice with the seaweed. Rice, not too shabby. After that, well, are we talking white rice? Because I like white rice. After that I covered it with the egg. Between bites of rice I enjoyed the crunch of the pickles. Not bad at all. Excellent as usual. How do you go from not bad at all to excellent as usual? Unless your not bad is excellency, I guess. Watching Mimi clean my plate, Mom gave me a warm smile. I'm so happy you haven't skipped breakfast ever since we moved here, Kichi. I was not a morning person when we lived in the city. I'm not a morning person either, but that's more so because I can't sleep at night. If I get a good sleep, I have no problem waking up at like 4 or 5 in the morning, even 3 in the morning. I have no problem if I get a good enough, like if I go to bed at like 10, 11. I was not a morning person when we lived in the city. I slept right until the last minute before school and rarely ate breakfast. Oh, I don't have that problem. Boycotting the breakfast Mom made me each morning. That was probably the only way I could protest being forced to attend cram school. I guess that was what you'd call my rebellious phase. I wouldn't so much as look at the breakfast she woke up early every day to make. If I could go back in time, I'd slap myself. Mindful of the time, Mom rushed me along with a wide grin. Isn't it about time to meet up with Rina-chan? Hurry, hurry. Mom really seemed to enjoy the fact that her son was going to school with a girl. Oh snap, boy. Rina is one of my classmates. She really loves looking after people coming to meet me every day without fail. The way I looked at it, a guy my age walking to school with a girl was just lame. How old are you? My dude, how old are you? I actually don't know the answer, so. Anything above 12, and that shouldn't be lame. But, well, keeping a classmate waiting for me every day wouldn't be very considerate. Seriously, though. How long does Rina wait there for me every morning? Taking one last gulp of miso soup, I raced for the door. Please thank Rina-chan for the pickles. Come to think of it, those pickles weren't store-bought, were they? Nah, Captain Obvious. If I'd known that, I would have savored them a bit more. Morning! Or morning, I think. I don't know. I can't do girl voices either. Are we ever... Okay, we are going to see them. Kichi-kun. I don't know how these are pronounced. I'm going to go with kun. Kichi-kun. Just because the other one kind of can be considered a racial slur, and I would like to avoid that. Good morning! Her cheerful greeting was as fresh as the morning itself. Weren't you just saying it was weird to walk with her? I don't know which one. I assume that's me. You're always so early. You should try sleeping in sometime. If I sleep in, I'll keep you waiting. She's so conscientious. And such a good person. If that ever happens, I'll just leave you behind. Kichi-kun, you're so cold. I'll wait for you all the time. I'll leave you in the dust. Without looking back. Is she legitimately crying? Because I can't do a female voice in general, but I definitely can't do a sad one. Why are you so mean? Why? Rina had a slightly troubled look on her face. Toying with her was rather fun because of how quickly her mood changed. I'm kidding. I'd wait for you. With those words, Rina seemed to relax. Her face flushed bright red. Thank you. I'll wait forever until you came, Rina. No matter how long. Forever? Rina turned bright red, steam rising from her head as her brain short-circuited. She might need to see a doctor, because that isn't normal. She's especially weak to this sort of talk. How old are they? If it's so weird to walk next to a girl. I guess girls are into that whole romance thing before guys are, aren't they? That's fair. It's quite rare to find someone this fun to tease. Have you ever... So, he's old enough to read a romance novel, so clearly it's not the weird walk with a girl that... I don't get it. Maybe that's just a Japanese thing I don't understand. Have you ever read a romance... Oh my gosh, I can't even pronounce romance. Have you ever read a romance novel, Rina? Huh? I haven't. Never read any before. From that response, I gathered she was interested in them, but was too embarrassed to actually buy one. Yeah, why would you do that when you can just get visual novels on Steam for free? I mean, this one wasn't free, but... You know what I mean? I mean... Why buy a book that can get damaged? I couldn't imagine what would happen if she did read one. She'd probably turn red and pass out. Oh yeah, message from Mom. She says, thanks for the pickles. It was nothing. You're welcome. How were they? Not too salty? They weren't that salty. Actually, they had a pretty light flavor to them. It would have been fine to just be honest and say they were good, but apparently I couldn't be that forthright. I didn't know which one was saying that, so I had to pause. I don't know which one's saying this, so... Will it tell me which one said this? No, it doesn't tell me. I wish I would know who's saying it. I'd like to ask something before that. Okay, yeah, so I was right. Were you the one who pickled them, Rina? Or was it your mom? Your mom! That was so funny. Huh? Why do you ask? Were they too salty? Bro, I just said they weren't. Did I not just say that? Yeah, right there. They weren't too salty. Or they weren't that salty. Her attitude completely changed as she began to panic frantically. Was it Urina? Or was it your mom? Why are you asking who made them? Why? I don't know why she got angry all of a sudden, but... Depending on who made them, my opinion of them might I was going to read it as drastically change, but it says change drastically. She counted frantically on her fingers, trying to remember the amount of salt she'd used to pickle them. Well, that answers the question. It wasn't like I was trying to tease her, but I couldn't stop myself. Guys who take pleasure in this kind of thing are probably the worst. Guys like me. Rina nervously opened and closed her mouth over and over, trying to muster a response. It was me. Delicious. Huh? Pretty good, just like the last ones. They went perfectly with the rice. Her face went bright red again. She needs to get that checked out. Her face temperature apparently changes drastically. She was completely spacing out. It truly was a lot of fun to tease her. I should probably stop rocking in case it sounds like there's an echo of me going back and forth. I pray that Rina never gets taken advantage of by some lowlife. Keep at it, Rina. I'll train you until you handle it like the average person. Or so I decide for myself. I assume this is the girl. Let's go. If we keep Mion waiting, we'll never hear the end of it. Seeing as she just keeps spacing out otherwise, I called Rina back. Oh no, I said it. Let's go. If we keep Mion waiting, we'll never hear the end of it. Seeing as she just keeps spacing out otherwise, I called Rina back to realities. Oh, there goes gravity. So we could make our way to school. This strange, easily flustered girl is Rina Ryugu. Ryugu? I don't know. I've only known her for about a month, but I've come to realize it's not just her name that's strange. I like the music so far. It's very upbeat. I'm just gonna say this in my no voice because I don't know who it is. Mi-chan, good morning. Or Mi-chan, good morning. Coming up next to the rendezvous point, we saw another person waiting for us. Noticing us, she waved. Oh gosh, I have to try to think of a different voice for this girl now. Ah, finally, you two are late. Usually you're the one who's Usually you're the one who's late. In sharp contrast to the diligent Rina, this one marched to the beat of her own drum. She's Mion Sonozaki. For what it's worth, she's our senior and head of the class. Morning, Rina. It's been a while. Ki-chan. How many years? I was only off 2 days. Ahaha. You don't say. You were so much cuter back then. Ouch. Mion's gaze started at my chest and dropped straight down, focusing at the point between. Whoa. Hold up. So she was saying it was my. Oh my god. It was my CROTCH that was cuter back then. Before you ask, just to be clear, I've never actually tried to show it to her. Oh no. Where has this gone already? Oh no. This is bad. Thankfully it's a visual novel, so if I need to put some censors over it, I will. This is already going bad. I've grown quite splendidly. You'd be surprised. That's cringe. Okay, that last part's accurate. Well, I assume both, because I don't know what age this guy is. Not only is he bigger, but he has a little mustache now. Star. I'm gonna do this in my voice. I don't know who's saying. Being so, oh my god, engorged with energy every morning is quite a problem, though. Oh, that's cringe and weird. I'll introduce you next time, so be sure to greet him properly. Granted, it's poking fun at each other. Don't say next time. Right now, don't say next time. Right now is just fine. How about letting the little guy get a breath of fresh morning air? Oh no. I don't think I've ever heard talk so dirty. You could smell it fouling up the air, fouling up the morning air before. Mion sure does act like an old man sometimes. Gotcha. Time for the big reveal. Hope you don't regret it. As my hand reached for my fly, Rena began to ramble in a near panic. Hey, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Red-faced and flustered, Rena tried to play dumb, but it was obvious she knew exactly what we were talking about. What is going on? How was it? Oh, I thought, oh gosh, I thought he, just got done showing it. How was it? Sing the city again. Mion switched gears, dropping the dirty talk and changing the topic to something more befitting the pleasant morning. I only went for a funeral. I didn't have much time. I don't know who's saying this, so I'm gonna assume her. So yeah, did you look for it? That thing I asked for? You're not listening at all. I just came back from a funeral. I didn't have any time to look around in toy stores. Tisk, 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 tisk. Toy stores and hobby shops are completely different, you know. It's really difficult to get Western stuff around here after all. Is this about games again, Mi-chan? Is this about games again, Mi-chan? Mion nodded proudly as Rena giggled. Yep, I wanted Ki-chan to bring me back a Westport catalog, you see. Westport was short for Western Imported Games. Ah, okay. Using that abbreviation did make it sound pretty geeky. You can just get them to send you one in the mail, can't you? Well, I guess I have to now. I'm going to get another game full of hot action. This time, I'd like a game that's easy to understand. Mion is a board and card game enthusiast, and I hear she's collected quite a lot of different ones. According to Rena, Mion's room has kind of become a museum of domestic and foreign games. If there's a game you think I'd understand, let me play too. I don't know if that was her or my guy. Of course. Oh, it was her. If there's a game you think I'd understand, let me play too. Sorry if my voice is cringe. At least get a good laugh out of it, please. Of course, if Ki-chan is up for it. I should warn you though, we're pretty tough. Just what I want. I don't know who's saying this, so I'll say it in my voice. Just what I want. I play all sorts of games. I don't intend to lose. Sure, we'll go with that. Whoa. And we'll let you in the group this time, I guess. Bristling with joy from head to toe, Rena looked back and forth between me and Mion. Mion gave her an affirmative wink, and her expression perked up even further. I thought boys preferred playing outside more, so I figured you wouldn't want to. Again, I don't know who's saying it. No, I thought boys preferred playing outside more, so I figured you wouldn't want to. I assume that was her. Oh no. I thought boys preferred playing outside more, so I figured you wouldn't want to. Rena laughed happily. For such a friendly conversation, you wouldn't think I had moved here less than a month ago. I understood that they did all they could to make a transfer student like me feel at home. I'll have to try harder to fit in so they won't feel like they have to try to make me feel welcome. I felt like if I acted a bit more open than I usually am, it should probably be about right for this place. Now we're in the school. Hinamizawa was a really small village. Not only was there only one school, but there's only one class. That class encompasses all different grades and ages. There are about 30 different students at different levels. They all study in the same class. I'm told that long ago there used to be a bigger school building and they had actual separate classes. However, it seems something happened that made it become a single class, and now it stayed that way out of tradition. I was shocked at first, but humans adapt pretty quickly. I've already gotten quite used to it. The sound of children playing started right from the morning. With such a lively mood, it felt more like a kindergarten than a proper school. Not that that was a bad thing. Mion, who had been walking in front of us up until then, suddenly let me take the lead, right in front of the classroom door. So I was meant to slide the door open and enter the room first. Huh. Too bad. I wasn't going to fall for that again. To think you'd give up the lead here. You meant for this to be a test of my skills. Mion chuckled with a haughty smirk on her face. What is it, you guys? Step back, Rena. It's dangerous. She's here. Huh? Oh, is it me? I don't know. Huh? Then Satoku-chan is here. Her name was Satoko Haju. She was a disrespectful, impudent, bossy kid. The way she talks was annoying, but it would be immature to get worked up over that. Just that. The real problem was this. Quite the obvious trap. A blackboard eraser wedged in the door. It's too obvious. Satoku! A haughty laugh came from beyond the door. Is it Mion, I assume? Excellent, Kichan. I guess this means that you win this round? No, this is Satoku we're talking about. I doubt this is it. After falling for such intricate traps since the day I transferred, I no longer let my guard down. Satoku liked to combine a variety of traps that were simply there to bait you into the main one. Traps that relentlessly kept coming at you like a sadistic Rube Goldberg machine. The list goes on. As well as being clever, they almost never misfire. When you least expect it, she strikes. No escape, no time to relax. By the looks of it, this eraser is normal. No rocks or anything in it. I took a pretty heavy hit from a blackboard eraser loaded with rocks on my first day. I'm assuming since, Ria, or whatever her name is. So then, why don't you just open the door and let it drop? That's what it is! That's what Satoku was after. Making me focus attention upward, so I lifted my hand to the door. There were thumbtacks stuck to the sliding door handle with tape. A frightening trap. A potent and terrifying trap. Concealed by using the blackboard eraser. An impressive combination, Satoku, but in the end nothing more than the trivial machinations of a child. Assured of my victory, I threw the door open and stepped into the room. That's a trap. I felt something strange at my ankle. It was similar to the sensation of a jump rope catching my leg. By the time I realized she had me hook, line, sink, it was already too late. I began to fall and... Sorry, that was the alarm going off for the video. And sink, it was already too late. I began to fall in an almost picturesque manner. Ki-chan, watch out. I don't know which one. Instinctively, oh. Ki-chan, watch out! Instinctively reacting to Mion's shrill warning, I twisted my body in midair before I landed on the floor. Ow. Ow. Ow! An ink stone filled to the brim was placed right where I would have landed. I shuddered imagining the situation had I landed square on it. My. Or hold up. My, what do we have here? Fair morning to you, Ki-chan-san. Aren't we a lively one this morning? I don't know how to do her voice. I can't do higher, so I'm just plugging up my nose, I guess. Still sprawled in an awkward position, I was greeted by a mocking voice. That was a step up from your usual... that was a step up from your usual trap, Satoku. I haven't the faintest idea what you mean. You're quite unlucky this morning. You little... Ow. Seemed like I'd inadvertently sprained my back a little when I landed. Better than landing on that inkstone. Oh great, there's even more people. A small hand gently rubbed my head. Pain, go away. A small dainty... pain, go away. A small dainty hand continued to gently stroke my head. Don't tell me this is gonna get weird and like they're gonna get younger and younger. You didn't sprain your back or anything. Did you? You rub it like this, the pain disappears. I thought about asking how rubbing my head would help my back, but I didn't. It's so much about what you actually do. It's the thought that counts. It's not so much about what you actually do. It's the thought that counts. Thanks, Rika-chan. The pain's going away now. Yay, Rika-chan! Good morning! Good morning to you, Rina! A good morning to all! Rika-chan greeted each of us with an adorable little bow. It was infectious. Rina, Mion, and I all bowed back. You're such a good kid, Rika-chan. So much better than Satoku. I glared over in her direction. Satoku was whistling while rather deliberately trying to avoid eye contact. I am the very model of a good girl. A good girl wouldn't set those nasty traps. Nothing but lies and slander. Exactly what proof? Ooh-ah! I picked up Satoku by the back of her collar. Looks like a misbehaved cat when I do this. What? But a cat wouldn't be setting traps. She's much harder to deal with. I'm sorry. Try saying that. If you won't say it, I cocked my index finger on my thumb, letting it tremble as I brought it closer to Satoku's forehead. Are you gonna flicker? I'm against violence. You don't have any proof. Just so you know, my forehead flick really hurts. It can split plywood right in half. Eek! Stop! Get away from me, you beast! Don't say that in a way people will misunderstand. Yes, please don't. Small hand tugged on the back of my shirt. She's been lonely since you were gone for 2 days. Rika-chan. Or Rika-chan is really just so. How could I do anything more after being told that? I gently released my grip on Satoku, who at this point was on the verge of tears. She still had her eyes clamped shut as she braced herself for the forehead flick. It doesn't bother me. I'm not gonna do the that. What? You mustn't cry, Sataku. Keep on fighting. Yeah. Rika gently patted the head of her prankster friend. You would never guess those two are the same age. Yes, you would. You most definitely can tell. I think Sataku could learn a thing or a million from Rika-chan. Next time, send an even more amazing trap. Wait a minute. As she observed the scene, Rina's expression grew ecstatic as she began to swoon. How? Sataku-chan is crying. So cute. So cute. Is that supposed to be so cute? So cute. You can't take them home. Or you can't take them home. Whew. But they're so cute. You can't, no matter how cute they are. But just for a bit is fine. Is fine? Rina kept a cutesy face even as outrageous ideas spewed from her mouth. According to Mion, Rina is ridiculously weak to cute things and as always tries to take them home. Object or person. Stealing is bad, but abducting people is even worse. Give it up. Then I can just look. Just looking. That should be fine, right? Right? Rina swooned over Sataku's crying form. If a girl ever goes missing in Hinamizawa, I'll be forced to turn Rina into the authorities. Forgive me, Rina. I'll be sure to bring you care packages when they put you away. Alright, I gotta end this first episode here. Can I save from here? Yes, save. Alright, we're gonna end this first episode here, ladies and gents. You know what's coming up next. The outro. But first, I've been Jumbles. You've been amazing. And as always, deuces!
If I'm honest, I'll just make you cry. And I don't wanna fight with you.